This video will cover how to do a search for a journal article, including scholarly peer-reviewed. To begin, we'll go to the library website, which is library.ggc.edu. We can use the center search box, which is the GGC Library Discovery tool, to do our search. When we search the Discovery tool, we're searching all the library databases at one time. So you can think of it like a Google search, but we're only going to be searching library resources. So to start, I'm going to type in the word teacher. We'll say I'm going to be doing my project on what it means to be a teacher, what the challenges are. So to get going, I'm just going to type in teacher and click on search. I come up with a big list here. You'll see I have 1.4 million results. So I want to narrow things down. But before I do that, I want to sign in to the Discovery tool. So on this yellow bar, I have the option to sign in. I'll sign in as a JGC user. Once I sign in, my name is going to pop up in the upper right-hand corner. I want to add additional keywords to my search, so I can click on Advanced Search to the right of the search box. I'll add on challenges as one of my search terms, but you'll see that I can add on additional keywords, as many as I'd like. Just know that the more keywords that you add, the more small your result list is going to be. I'll click on search, and I went from over 1 million results down to 48,000. So it's an improvement, but still a huge list. On the left-hand side, I have an option to filter my results. So by looking at this column, I can select that I only want to see what is available online. I only want to look at peer-reviewed journals. I can also limit by date. So I can select that I only want to look at the last 5 years. So I'll put 2021 in, and then my resource type will be articles, and I can click on Apply Filters. So now I have a list of 9,800 results. I want to go ahead and remember my filters, so I will click that option, and I would then be able to further narrow things. One other thing that I can do is, right now I'm just searching by keyword, which means that these words can be anywhere within the article. But if I select for teacher, if I select this any field option, I could say I want to look at teacher as a subject heading. And what that means is that one of the main topics of the article would be about a teacher. So I can click on search again. And now I have about 5,600 results. So this is still a large list. I would maybe want to narrow things further, add on some additional keywords. However, I'm going to go ahead and start taking a look at this list of results. And let's say that the second one looks interesting to me. The promises and challenges of artificial intelligence for teachers. Let's take a look at this one. I can click on the title, and it's going to pull up more information about the article for me. So it tells me who the authors are, where this comes from. It's from a journal called Tech Trends. And I also have this area that gives me subject headings. So this might give me some other ideas for keywords that I may want to search. One thing we always want to remember is that research is a process. So oftentimes those first keywords that we put into a search may not be the ones that we use to find the best information. So this gives us some ideas for some other keywords we may want to take a look at. I also have a description of the article, so within a few sentences I can decide whether or not this article will be something that I want to use for my assignment, whether or not it speaks to my thesis. And then when I scroll further down, I have my options for full text availability. I'm going to click on this EBSCOhost Academic Search Ultimate. This will pull up the article for me. So I'm able to read this online. I have options in the top right corner. One is to cite, so I can cite this source. I'll select if I want to use APA or MLA, and that's going to give me a citation that I could then copy and paste into a works cited page. Because this is being generated by the database, I want to make sure that everything looks okay about it. So I may need to clean it up a bit, but for the most part, it's going to be done for you. I also have an option where I can share this information. If I click on that share icon, I can create a link, and this link is known as a permalink. So again, this is something that I could copy and paste into a document if I wanted to use this to get back to the article in the future. I also can use this email tab to email the article to myself, so that way I make sure that I have a copy. Another option is that you could print out this article. Additionally, if you wanted to have this article read to you, you can actually listen to a transcript of the article. A couple things to note about looking at a research article is one of the first things that I suggest doing is taking a look at the introduction, and this will further let you know about the study, about the information that was gathered. I then like to go all the way to the very end where I look at the conclusion. Taking a look at the conclusion lets me know what were the findings of this particular study. That way I can determine, do I want to read the whole piece of research? Because will it speak to my topic and what I'm trying to say in my assignment? For help with your research, please reach out to Ask a Librarian. You can do this in person at the library's reference desk, via chat, text, email, or phone. We're here to help you.